Okay, so a few hours ago, while I'm recording this video, Apple has removed Fortnite from the App Store. That is pretty crazy. I would never have thought Apple would have removed. I thought Epic Games would have removed, but not Apple. That is, wow. Okay, all right. So they have removed Fortnite from the App Store because Epic Games violated a policy or violated a rule, which in the rule is that they bypassed the 30% fee which Apple takes from in-game purchases. So basically what this means is if anybody buys online currency or microtransactions, they of course have to pay real money for that, and 30% of the money that goes to Fortnite or Epic Games or whatever you want to call it goes to Apple. So 30% of the money that Epic Games makes has to go to the apps, or you could say Apple. Yes, it goes to Apple. So their own shtick or whatever you want to call it, their own thing in where they could have, it's called a mega drop. So they basically could have a discount if they use their own method, which is through PayPal. So if you want to buy V-Bucks or anything like that, the in-game, the microtransactions, in-game currency stuff. So if you want to buy that, so it's not exactly a sale. When they have a 20% cut, it's not exactly a sale. But if you purchase V-Bucks through the direct option, which comes with the discount, it is a discount. So when you select it, the game sends you to a payment screen in where you can choose either credit card or PayPal, so it doesn't go through the official App Store methods or whatever you want to call them. So it takes them to their own to their own type of thing or whatever you want to call it. So this basically bypasses the 30% fee, which it applies to almost everyone. It applies to everyone, I believe. That's right. And recently, the same thing, about almost a year ago, Spotify had the same problem with this Apple thing. But really, it's basically it's just a rule, and you could say it really hurts companies. Of course, it benefits Apple, but it's a rule that all companies have. And like I said, Spotify also had a problem with this because Spotify, in my opinion, is probably one of the best cheapest streaming services. You get a lot more than Apple. I would consider using Spotify even though I have an Apple device, but Spotify would be losing money. There's like this trend because Epic Games lost. They didn't lose money, but the amount of revenue that they generated was a lot lesser than 2009 2018. So from 2018 they generated $2.4 billion, but in 2019 they generated only $1.8 billion, which of course is a lot, but you could see the huge decrease in money that they earned. So I'm guessing Epic Games really they want to get more revenue, or they want to they probably are not doing so well in this year, so they probably want to get more money, but so they bypassed this Apple fee. Now what's crazy about this is, why would you bypass it? Spotify at least try to launch a campaign or something. They literally bypassed it, and they also made this video called 1980 Fortnite hashtag free Fortnite. Yeah, they made this as well. I guess you can guys go check out the video. Now the article that I'm reading to you today is from The Verge. It's a very trusted source, of course. I believe everybody knows this. So they got a statement from Apple, exclusively from The Verge, and Apple said that it's just from Apple's, like, the company's words, or whoever you want to call them. So they said they violated the App Store's guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and are designed to keep the store safe for our users. Well, safe, I'm not so sure about that, but everybody knows it's the money factor about this. But yes, it's said equally to every developer. Well, we'll see if that's actually true. As a result, the Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple. Again, this is just scummy. This is scummy. I know they might be losing revenue, or they might not be getting more. They might not be getting generating more money, but still, they still did this. They did so with the express of intent. Oh, you guys can read this. It's not that important, but they basically said it applies to every developer and stuff. And the second line, the second paragraph, it says that it's pretty normal for all developers to have this, and they love them. But then the thing is, they still violated the guidelines, and it's not a good thing. Of course, it's not a good thing. Now, remember when Google Play did not have Fortnite in the App Store? I believe Epic Games decided not to put it on Google Play. They wanted to launch it independently. Now, the difference between Apple and Google is so different. It's because Apple has a much more secure system. If you want to download a file from the apps from like Safari and stuff, it's not gonna work as compared with Android, which is far more different. It's far more secure. They're trying to be far more secure in Apple. Basically, they're just trying to make a good Apple ecosystem, and they don't want any third-party apps to be downloaded from like a file or something. It probably can, but they'll probably block it or something. It's not gonna work so well. But that's why in Android it's a whole different story. It's not whole, but it's a different story. In Android, it's much more easier to download apps, files, third-party files or apps, and it's not as secure as the App Store, but it's still possible. Now, an update for the people that have Fortnite installed on their Apple devices. It says that you still can access them, but new people or people who haven't downloaded it yet, they will not be able to download it from the App Store. But the people who still have it will have it. Now, Tim Sweeney, y'all know Tim Sweeney, right? Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Fortnite. Oh yes. So Tim has complained that all the mobile app stores no longer justify the 30% cut they take from all developers. Now, I'm not sure what exactly that means, but I'm guessing they don't exactly mention anything. They're not so they're very vague about it, I'm guessing. So he's called for substantial charges on how companies like Apple and Google conduct business with third-party developers. It's time for change. He told in about 2 years ago. Okay, Apple, Google, Android. So it's not that. So with the ones which make more important is that they do not justify the 30% cut. Epic launched a game on store and PC which only takes 12% of revenue as a way to try to encourage similar change in competitors Steam. So basically, people like Steam and even on PC, it is so much less. They take so much less profits, which is quite crazy to think about. But I'm guessing it might be balanced out because for Steam, of course, games cost way more expensive in Steam. I'm talking about paid or microtransactions, but then they also get paid games. A lot of the main games in Steam are paid as well, unlike the App Store and Play Store where they only get like around $5 or $6 a game. But I think everything balances out. Because in the App Store and Google Play Store there's so many apps which are paid, and but then they're cheap. But in Valve they're a lot less, but then they're paid higher, if you know what I mean. So he said in 2016, or no, this was Apple revealed in 2016, they cut a deal with Amazon to lower the fees it takes on Prime Video descriptions from 30% to even Amazon had a problem with this back in 2016. So it's not like it's not normal. Like, just not only from Spotify but also from Amazon Prime, which is it. At this point, it kind of makes sense. Now, Mr. Tim, or Epic Games, previously bypassed Google Play Store. Like I said before, they did not technically legally bypass. They legally bypassed, I guess, by releasing Fortnite as a direct download through their own software launcher. But then the studio eventually relented this earlier by failing to appeal to Google with a 30% cut. I think this is the reason they didn't want Fortnite to be on Google, the Google Play Store. So they apparently said it's a disadvantage. I'm not sure as to why. It makes sense it's a disadvantage actually in terms of this, because if everybody uses the Google Play Store and nobody searches online through Google the search engine in terms of downloading apps, right? That's insane. Yeah, and also not everybody will know that, oh, Epic Games is not in the Android Google Play Store. You know, it's like some kids probably won't even keep up to date with this, so they'll be like, what? Where's Fortnite? They won't be able to Fortnite because Fortnite, it's basically orthodox that people will download all apps from the Play Store. The majority of things will be downloaded from the Play Store in Android devices. And also, what I found just now is that Fortnite, like I said, Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, xCloud, Stadia, GeForce Now, all of these are considered as cloud gaming apps. And apparently, around, I believe, a few days ago, Apple said that they will never approve cloud gaming apps and subscription services. Now, what cloud gaming apps it means is that, for example, Roblox. Just take a look at Roblox. Roblox is a game in where people don't necessarily download the entire game. There's so many different games you can choose, and they're all played online. You don't have to download each game. You know, you just boot up the game and, you know, install some caches and stuff and some normal stuff. Like, for example, I guess, you know, a CSGO server, like a CSGO surf server, you know, on those community maps and stuff. So that kind of stuff. And also what subscription services, as in, you know, Fortnite's Battle Pass, Minecraft, I believe, has their own pass, and, you know, Roblox, of course, they have their Roblox Premium and stuff, and all these other apps, which is, yeah, again, they're ruling out because they also cannot review everything, because, again, it's in cloud. They don't directly have access to see what that is. And Tim also said the same thing. He also tweeted this out. So I don't know what path they're going to go, because obviously I'm not Epic Games' CEO or whatever. I don't work for them. But what I do know is that this is going to be an ongoing probably case, because Epic Games, I believe they're going to sue. They're gonna sue Fortnite or something. Fortnite's maker sues Apple and Google after the game was removed from both app stores. Wow. Okay. So, well, I just read that from CNN. Now, I don't know if you guys want me to make this video of you know, the suing thing, but let me know if anyone's still here in, you know, watching. And yeah, bye.